Hey y'all, it's Danielle. I'm back with another video. If y'all haven't checked out the other video I just did, it's the top free apps for Shopify. I also listed some of my paid apps that I use that I think would be beneficial for y'all. But I wanted to go over like briefly. I just took a couple of notes on some things that you need to make sure that you do if you have a business, e-commerce business. A lot of these things I didn't do from the beginning. I wish I would have. I just didn't know to do them. And so that's why I want to share this with y'all. So if y'all are just starting your business, like definitely get a head start on this stuff. If you were like me and just kind of winged it, you didn't know any better, go ahead and start. Now is the time to start. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, first and foremost, with any business, you need a brand. I didn't have any brand when I first started. There was no brand. There was just me. I had an idea, wanted to make some natural products, and yeah, there was no branding. So now I have worked very hard to establish a brand. It's still being established. Your brand is always going to continue to grow, but you need a foundation. And so with that being said, like, you just want to have a foundation of, what are your brand's colors? What vibe does your brand have? What personality does your brand have? I'm not going to get into how to go about establishing all that. There is a bunch of free resources out there, and I can maybe do something like that down the line, but that's not really like my forte. I've just spent a lot of time researching. I've purchased different courses, and really invested myself into establishing a brand, because that's the basis of a business. Like any of these major businesses that you see, they all have established a really great brand that people trust, they want to shop with, and that's how they grow. First and foremost, establish a brand. Do not skip this step. Secondly, you're going to want to build an email list or a text message list, or both. When I first started, I started with just email. I wish I would have started with text and email. Text message is becoming so popular. So many more people, you're always on your phone, you get a text message, it's right there, versus, emails. Sometimes the emails go into your junk mail. Sometimes they, go into another folder. And so a lot of people don't check their emails on a regular basis. So that's why I have, shifted towards doing text message as well. So build your email list. Some things to help do this. So one, you have a pop-up. This worked very well for me on my website when I first started, and still now. And I played around with different types of pop-ups and language and offers and stuff like that. But what's worked very well for me is having a pop-up, offering a small discount on your first purchase, and then also giving your customers an idea of what to expect from joining that email list. Okay. And I have the same thing set up. So when I first started, I just had my pop-up for my email list. I've now added, you have to add your email and your phone number in order to get that discount. So that's what I do. You can do anything. You don't have to, if you don't want to offer a discount, you don't have to offer a discount, but you do need to have something enticing to offer someone, whether that's like, some free information, or whatever you're going to be offering them once they sign up to the email list, as far as what they can expect with maybe like future discounts or so forth and so on. And you want to make it enticing that they want to sign up to your email list. Like just putting like join our email list, like you have to make it like, mine is like, you want to be on the VIP list, because with the VIP list, you're going to get discounts. I'm going to send you a monthly newsletter. You're going to be in the know on everything. Anytime, we're coming out with something new, like you're going to be the first to know. Like you have to really, really hype it up so that people want to give you their information and stay in contact with your business. And then in addition to that, I do offer them a discount as well. That's just what's worked best for me. I've already mentioned like kind of like early access. So if you're dropping you won't be able to offer this all the time because you're only giving early access, here and there. It's not like every day that it would work. So you could offer early access for like a new product that you're dropping. You could create some sort of like pop-up or a landing page for early access on a new collection you're dropping or a new product that you're going to be releasing that is going to be limited quantity only. So you want to make sure you're the first to know so that you get a chance before they're sold out or whatever you want to say. So you could do some sort of like early access. I did that for Black Friday and it worked pretty well. The other thing you could do is create some sort of like lead magnet. So I have a couple of these. One of the lead magnets that I have is I created a free ebook. And so there's a page, a tab on my website that has like freebie. And so if you click on that link, it'll take you to, a landing page that, you will put your email and phone number in, and then once you submit, then I'll send you the free ebook. So that has generated some traffic from doing that. I've also created another lead magnet for text messages only. So some people, they don't want to do the emails. They just want to get a text message. They don't want to be bothered with an email. And so I created a lead magnet for a text message only, where basically if you text this number, I'll send you this free self-care calendar that I created. So, that's all you got to do. You just got to text, this word to this number, and you just automatically get the calendar. So it's very, very easy, very simple. When I'm sending the calendar, I'm not saying like, oh, go shop my site. I'm not saying here's a discount code. Like, I'm just basically sending you what I said I was going to send you, but now you're on my email list, or you're on my text message list. So, now I can start communicating with you about other things. And so that is a must. You must have some sort of, subscriber thing going on, whether you want to do email, text, or both. I definitely recommend both, because both means that's more opportunity for you to, convert your customers or your potential customers to buy. So that's what I do. Some people, they just want to do the text message. Text message is so easy. You don't have to, go and create a graphic. You don't have to go through all the chains. You just create like a very simple text message. So it's whatever you want to do, whatever's going to work for you. Once you have your email list and you've started that on how to, start collecting emails and phone numbers, then you're going to want to build out your flows, build out your automations. So what I recommend, these are non-negotiables. Okay, you need to have these. If you don't have these in place, you're missing out on touch points, and you're missing out on potentially converting the people on your list. So whenever someone signs up for my email list, with my pop-up, I have a welcome series, which is automated email flow. It has like 4 emails in it, to where when you first sign up, I'm welcoming you. Thank you for joining the VIP team, or whatever it says, VIP list. Here's what you can expect from, being on the VIP list and having VIP access. Here's your discount code that, I said I was going to give you. And then the next email is, maybe telling them a little bit about my story and my brand, and, how I got into business, just so they can get to know me. Then I think another email in the welcome series is follow me on social media. So, let's get connected on my social media platforms that I'm on. So I have that email. And then if after all those emails, they still haven't like converted or anything, then I'll offer them maybe like another discount or something. I'd have to go back and check because I've changed it so many times. But and you'll constantly change these flows. Like once you figure out like what's working, what's not working, you tweak different things. You'll, you know, upgrade your graphics and all of that, and your wording. So first and foremost, you want to have a welcome series. Second, you want to have an abandoned cart, or it's abandoned cart or abandoned checkout. You want to have a flow for that. So anytime someone like tries to go check out and they don't complete the process, you want to have an email being sent to them to remind them, hey, you left these items in your cart. We were, here's a link to go back to your cart. You wouldn't say it like that, but you know what I'm saying. You guys have checked out at places, and next thing you know, you're getting an email that reminding you about your cart. So you definitely want to have an abandoned checkout flow. I've recently upgraded this to, I send the emails out, but if I have your phone number, I'm sending you a text too. So I just implemented that. I don't know how it's going to go yet, but your abandoned checkout series or your abandoned cart flow, you don't just want to send one email. You want to send, that first email reminder, and then maybe the second email or text message is going to offer them an incentive to go ahead and complete the checkout if they didn't check out off the first reminder. So I don't have a whole bunch of emails and text messages set up. I think I only have like 2 if it's under like a certain order amount, and then I have 3 if it's like over the order amount. So definitely get something in place. Every brand is going to have different wording based on their brand's personality, based on their messaging to their consumers. Fashion Nova, they're going to talk to their customers a little bit different than, Nordstrom is going to talk to their customers. So that's why it's very important to have your brand identity and all of that developed, so that it makes it easy to, when you're creating these different flows and automations and stuff, to go ahead and it just makes it easier to establish your messaging and all that. So those are some flows that you want to have set up. Automations, you want to make sure that your language and your messaging and everything is set up for when your customers get an order, when orders are shipped out. You want to make sure there's messaging in place for when those orders are delivered. I know recently I changed mine so that when I get an order, I don't just send you an email saying thank you for your order. I send you an email. It's more personalized. I have a, thank you for your first order. Like, we really appreciate you supporting our small business. It's a really nice, like cute, graphic that I have. And so it's way more than just like the regular, generic email that like Shopify or whatever platform you have. Like I have everything customized with my brand colors and all of that, just to make it more like nice and not like I actually put in some effort to send you this email, not just some basic email that I'm sending you. So I would definitely do that. And then the other thing I have on here is you want to create some sort of system to collect reviews from your customers. So I recommend, text reviews, but also photo reviews. I haven't really dabbled too much in the photo reviews, but I'm wanting to, attract more, have more of my customers like send me actually like photos of them so that I can repost those. I think that they resonate with people more because you can actually see a person like having the product or using the product, and it's not just like all these like text reviews. But definitely, like I use Judge Me for my reviews. I love Judge Me. As I just mentioned, like I customize all of my emails, so I do pay for the paid version of Judge Me. It's like $15 a month, but I'm able to customize it with my colors, and I'm just able to do so much more with the the program versus having like a generic email sent that doesn't look like you put much effort into it. If you're on a budget, do what you got to do. But I feel like the $15 is well worth it, because the email is just so much better being customized, and you just get, you know, access to a little bit more as far as like posting the reviews on your page and whatnot. So create a system to gather reviews. So what I do is through Judge Me, whenever one of my products delivers to one of my customers, I will have an email sent out, like, you know, 2 weeks or so after the order was fulfilled. So by then, like, hopefully the post office has delivered it yet, and so you'll get an email. And if you don't answer that first email and give me a review, I will send you a reminder like 3 days later to go ahead, and hopefully you'll see that next email and it'll prompt you to submit a review. I also recently implemented text messages to my clients or my customers for reviews. So in addition to those 2 emails that you get to remind you're also going to get a text message. And this has worked very well for me. I have probably, I want to say like close to 85 reviews for my products. And it's because very, very early on, I implemented this system. Now, when I first started, I did use just like generic review emails. But probably the last like 6 months or so, I've been using Judge Me, and I love it. I love it. So definitely the review, creating that review system, and then also the flow for, you know, how many times you're going to reach out to your customer to do the review for you. I don't really offer anyone a discount or anything like that to do reviews. I've seen that done before. I personally don't do it, but you may want to experiment with something like that. And then let's see, last but not least, I have on here, you're going to want to establish what social media platforms you're going to be on. So for me, like Instagram is my #1 that I promote on. I also promote on Facebook, and I also promote on like TikTok, but Instagram is where I spend all of my energy. And because of that, that's where most of my followers, that's mostly where they convert, is on Instagram, because I spend all of my energy there. It's really going to depend on, you know, where your target audience is, you know, what type of product you're selling, like where, you know, what type of content is, you know, gonna resonate more with people. So Instagram is very visual. So, you know, you have a lot of like pictures and videos. TikTok is very, very, very visual, but right now, I don't have the time capacity to create all of those videos. And Facebook, basically, whatever I create on Instagram, it just gets shared to Facebook. Like, I'm not about to worry about all that. So all of my efforts are on Instagram. I have worked very, very hard to create good content for Instagram. It was not always like that, and I will probably do another video on my transformation of Instagram and where I started and what really helped me grow my account. I'll probably do another video on that for y'all. But yeah, just really establishing like what social media platforms you want to be on. And then once you identify like which ones are going to work for your business, you have to, you know, be consistent for one, and you have to create good quality content. Like, it's non-negotiable. Like, there's so many other like moving parts to it, but if you're not consistent and you're not providing like good quality content, it's a waste of time. Like, it's just a waste of time. So those are 5 things that I didn't do when I first started. So I'm just sharing it with y'all for those of you who are on a brand new journey to entrepreneurship. if you are like me and you know you were a couple months in and you was like, you know, wow, like what else can I be doing, this video is for you too. Because if you haven't implemented any of these things, or maybe like, you know, you're missing one or two things, like start now. It's never too late to start. But if you're missing these things, like you're missing out on money. So yeah, that's all I have. As always, let me know if y'all have any questions. Let me know what other videos y'all want to see. Let me know how I can help y'all. And yeah, until next time, love y'all.